Hi, elegant ladies. My name is Ugonwa Udwezwe, and it's been a minute. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time showing up here, you're welcome. And if this is not your first time, well, welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Today, I'm going to be talking about boundaries, specifically feminine boundaries. So, what are boundaries, by the way? First of all, boundaries are clear lines. They are lines that tell you where to start and where to stop or where to end in any situation, relationship, occasion, wherever you find yourself. You should have boundaries for your life. Now, boundaries are important because if you don't have boundaries, then people get to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. You don't have any control over your life. As a feminine woman, as an elegant woman, you should be able to control the way you do things, how you do it, and when you do them. How do you create boundaries? The first thing to do when you want to start setting boundaries in your life is to have boundaries with yourself. How do you set boundaries with yourself? First of all, you decide what are the things that you want to start doing going forward and what are the things you want to stop doing. What are the things I'm going to be available for and what are the things I'm no longer available for. I always subscribe to having a journal. You get a journal, sit down and reflect. Ask yourself, what areas of my life are people taking me for granted? What areas of my life am I falling short of my expectations of myself? And then make a list of the things you want to scrap out, the things you're no longer available for. And then set those boundaries for yourself. Let me give you an example of boundaries you can set with yourself. Let's say you want to become an early riser, you want to be waking up early in the morning. That's a boundary, which means that you're going to have to go to bed on time if you're going to wake up on time. Having a boundary with yourself means that nobody can make you go to bed late because you know you want to wake up early. If you're out, maybe you go somewhere and you know you have to get back at a certain time because you have to wake up at a certain time. When it's time to get home, you let the people you're with, oh, so sorry, I have to leave now. I have an early start tomorrow. And no matter how they try to convince you to stay back, you will say no because you have a boundary with yourself. Now, if you don't set boundaries with yourself, you can't set boundaries with others because you have to respect yourself enough to say no to the things that people are trying to get you to do, right? Another boundary you can set with yourself is physical boundaries. Let's say you go on a date, the things that you allow and the things that you will not allow, right? You can have boundaries about the kind of food you eat. You can have boundaries about the kind of clothing you wear. These things are your values, things that matter to you, so others cannot get influence how you behave when it comes to these things, right? So now, how do you set these boundaries? After you have set boundaries with yourself, the second thing you need to do is ensure that you do not explain your boundaries. I don't have to come and tell you, oh, I have decided that I want to be waking up early. So because of that, I can't stay out till 11 p.m. That's absolutely unnecessary because when you start explaining, you're giving room for negotiation. And people will now start telling you, oh, but it's a weekend. Oh, but we've not seen for so long. Why don't you just make an excuse just this once? Or, I don't take alcohol. And then someone is like, you mean you're not going to take alcohol with me? You're not going to drink with me? And you find yourself explaining why you don't want to take alcohol. Then they start explaining to you why just this once is not going to make any difference. And before you know what's happening, you're doing what they want you to do, not what you want to do. Right? Don't explain your boundaries. Just know it and act it. No need telling anybody, oh, I'm not going to do this, or I don't do this anymore. Do you have a drink with me? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't take alcohol. And that ends it. Next time, if that person is out with you, they will know, oh, Ugonwa doesn't take alcohol. So if they're going to order a drink for you, it's going to be non-alcoholic. I hope that is clear. The third thing you're going to have to do when you want to set boundaries is let go of other people's opinion of you and your values, right? Many times we just want to make people feel good about what we have decided to do with our lives. You're bending yourself just to make them happy, just to make sure that the way they think and feel about this thing that you want to do, it's okay. No, it doesn't matter. You don't need to control how they feel about what you want to do. This is what I want to do. It's your business how you feel about it. It's not my business. I'm not responsible for your response to my boundary. I don't drink. I don't stay out late. I don't wear trashy outfits. I don't use loud makeup. I don't, so this is me. If you think that's too serious, that's too old fashioned, that doesn't affect me. And I am not going to try to convince you to like what I want to do for myself. So let go of trying to control other people's opinions of you. Now, boundaries is such a large, it is a huge topic, and I know that I can't exhaust it with a few minutes of YouTube. So maybe we'll continue this conversation later. If you have not clicked on that subscribe button, please do so right now, and I will see you later.